Good morning, Knights, and welcome back to the Knights Watch. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Ruth.
This is the daily show that airs at the beginning of Block 2. The Knights Watch is a show made by students for students to keep everyone up to date with everything Queenie.
Let's get to the announcements.
Listen up, grade 12s. Miss Bigelow will be collecting grad signatures next week to include in the yearbook. There will be a booth set up in the front foyer this Tuesday and Wednesday at lunch.
You will need to bring your student ID and will only be allowed to sign your first and last name. In addition, there is a flash sale for yearbooks next week with the final deadline being Friday, June 10th. Yearbooks can be bought at the front office for $45.
For grade 12 students who still have a few classes to complete, Argyle School is offering online/hybrid courses for returning grade 12 students.
Courses are on a quarter schedule. Argyle also offers the Top Up program. Speak to an Argyle advisor next week to find out more.
Today, the Queenie Speaker Series continues with Queenie alumni Conde Mansoure.
Conde is the founder of the BTB Soccer Academy and will be coming to share his story and his insights working in the world of athletics.
Stop by the library commons at lunch today to learn more.
And finally, a quick announcement for Grad Banquet.
Reminder that your grad banquet is this Friday, June 10th. Doors will open at 5:45 and the program starts right at 6:30. Parking is free, but make sure you get there to find a spot early.
Remember, you must have a ticket to enter the banquet. Security will check at the door and there will not be any ticket sales at the door.
Reminder that banquet is a school-sponsored event and all attendees must stick to Queenie's Code of Conduct regardless of age.
And now, on to Aisha for the weather.
Hey Nice, today we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 22 degrees and a low of 10 degrees. Thunderstorms are expected to start around 5 p.m., so try to stay indoors. Now on to Mr. Her and Mr. Hajj for a short message.
Good morning, Knights. So today we have Mr. Hojej here who's going to tell us a little bit about the history of the pride flag. So, Mr. Hojej, why is there a pride flag? What is its purpose?
I feel famous being here, just for the record.
course.
Flags are a powerful symbol that can evoke emotional responses such as pride, belonging, and a sense of community. The pride flag is in a state of constant evolution, but its purpose remains the same. For members of the LGBTQ2S+ community to proudly assert their identity and push for equality in society. The pride flag is a symbol of solidarity, inclusion, and acceptance.
Wow, that's beautiful. So, when was the first pride flag flown?
The first version of the pride flag, the rainbow flag, was flown on June 25, 1978
Wow.
in San Francisco, Gay Freedom Parade. It was designed by Gilbert Baker, an openly gay man and a drag queen. He was encouraged by Harvey Milk, one of the first openly gay elected officials in the United States of America, to create a symbol of pride for the gay community.
Wow. So, before you mentioned that the pride flag is in constant evolution. Can you tell me a little bit about what you mean by that?
Essentially, the pride flag is constantly changing to be as inclusive as possible to represent all members of the community. For example, a newer pride flag can be seen since 2018, the Progress Pride flag. The flag was adapted for the Baker Pride flag of 1978 to better represent queer people of color and the transgender community. Daniel Kossar, who developed the flag, kept the original rainbow flag with the 6 colors, but added the trans flag, the black and the brown arrow that points to the right to represent the forward movement of the LGBTQ2S+ rights.
Okay. So, are there any other important flags that we should know about when we're talking about, pride and inclusion, essentially?
There are many important flags that represent members of the LGBTQ2S+. community that are all very important. However, I did want to draw attention to the one more flag that is very important, the Ally Pride flag.
Okay, so who and what does that flag represent?
The Ally flag was created in the late 2000s to represent the straight allies who are heterosexual and or cisgender who challenge homophobia, biphobia, transphobia, and any discrimination against the LGBTQ2S+ community and its members. Being an ally, David, is about promoting
Mr. Herrera.
civil rights, gender equality, and supporting LGBTQ2S+ social movement. Essentially, this flag represents everyone who is not part of the community themselves that wants to show support for the fighting against discrimination that exists against the LGBTQ2S+ community and its members.
Wow. Thank you so much for all of that information, Mr. Hojej, especially that last bit. I really like the bit where we're talking about allyship being an important part of Pride. Earlier this week, I saw one of the posters that was up by the wall, and all it said was, love is a human right. And I think it's just as simple as that, right? Live and let love and just make sure that everybody is comfortable where they are and everybody gets to be who they are. That's the most important part. But anyways, there's definitely a lot of information behind flags. And of course, we're not asking everybody to memorize that information, but I think it's important for us all to know the history of where this is all coming from, because really Pride has been a movement that has started as a protest against oppressive laws and all of that stuff. So I think it's very important for us to know that history. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for the history lesson, Mr. Hojej, and I hope everybody has an awesome day. Thank you.